I'm not here to give you a magic pill. Let's be honest, guys, you are not becoming fluent in English like this overnight. But what if I told you the way you've been learning English is the reason you are stuck? Give me just one session with you and I'll show you methods no one ever told you about. Methods that can completely transform your language learning journey. Because the reason you are stuck is not your willpower, it's not your accent, and it's definitely not laziness. It's the system you are using. Let's change that, shall we? The first method. Smart goal setting. Before vocabulary, before grammar, you need direction. And it's not, I want to be fluent. Yeah, everyone wants to be fluent. That's too vague. Your brain literally doesn't know what to do with that. You, my friend, need a clear goal. A goal that's deeply personal. A goal that's yours. My language learning goal is gonna be different than yours because my life is different than yours. So right now, I need you to really focus and think, why do I actually want to learn English? What's my inner drive? What's my motivation? Maybe it's a general goal. For example, I want to make more money. And to make more money, I need to improve business vocabulary, or I am a freelancer. And to sign more contracts with different brands, I need to improve XYZ. Or I want to travel the world. I want to meet local people. I want to make new friends. Or I want to be really good at small talk, because small talk is a part of American culture. And you are, for example, an expat in the US. You see, it's deeply personal. It depends on your life and career. You can visualize yourself not overthinking any sentence anymore. You are relaxed, you are simply communicating. It flows. This is what the clear goal is going to give you. This video is gonna teach you a very clear plan, what to do step by step to learn faster and become fluent in English faster. But this step is the most important one, because clear goals remove 90% of confusion. When your brain knows the direction, then it's easy to follow the methods I'm about to give you. Welcome back to Wanna Speak by Veronique. My name is Veronica. I am originally from Poland. I'm a digital nomad and I speak 3 languages. Polish being my native language, English obviously, and I also speak Spanish fluently. And on this channel, I show you how to learn faster and smarter, not harder. The second method, the 80-20 English filter. In other words, the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle says that 20% of language gives you 80% of fluency. Now, in plain English, stop studying everything. Focus only on 20% of language that's important to you. When you choose one area that matches your goal, oh my God, that becomes your fluency accelerator, because you are not wasting your precious time on things that don't matter. For example, I remember when I was at school, they made me learn all the animals. To be honest, I don't need to name some specific type of birds or snakes. It's simply useless in my personal life because I'm not really into biology. Google says that there are over 1 million words, including technical and slang terms. Our brain is not designed to learn million words, all right? You need to prioritize. And this is exactly where most learners get stuck, because they know their goal, but they don't have a place to learn the things they actually want. That's why I love Skillshare. On Skillshare, you can learn literally everything and you can do it in English. And I know you guys are busy, same here. That's why I love that I can learn on the go, when I'm commuting, chilling in a coffee shop, or even at the gym. I wanted to level up my video editing skills. So instead of watching random tutorials online, I joined CapCut classes on Skillshare. I just did like 10 minutes a day, and honestly, it completely changed the way I edit my videos now. After taking classes classes on Skillshare, my channel actually started growing because I guess my editing style is more dynamic and professional. What I love is that Skillshare is a learning platform with thousands of classes taught by world-class creatives, editors, designers, photographers, entrepreneurs, people who actually do this for a living. You can dive into anything you are genuinely interested in: language learning, design, business, productivity, self-development, whatever your thing is. And to be completely real with you guys, I've been dealing with a bit of anxiety lately. So I've been taking meditation and mindfulness classes.
Go ahead and place your hands over your heart. Take a full, deep breath in.
It's still English input, so I train my brain to think in English, and at the same time, it helps my brain and nervous system to relax so I can actually focus on what matters to me: my videos and you guys. The first 500 people to use the link in the description or scan the QR code will get 1 month free trial on Skillshare plus 20% off your first year. So you guys can get started today. The third method, active recall. Now that you know what to learn and where to learn it, active recall actually is gonna make it stick. You guys know that I love science, and active recall is actually one of the most powerful science-backed methods we have. Instead of repeating one word over and over again in your head, you try to remember it without looking. Here is how it works. Step number 1, you watch something. For example, you can watch a Skillshare class, a YouTube video, a movie, a show, it doesn't really matter. Or you read something. For example, here I have one of my favorite books, Women Who Love Too Much. And let's say that I have just read 1 chapter. Step number 2, you close it or you close the video. Step number 3, try to say out loud everything you remember. Out loud is very important. I know that you prefer to do it in your head, but believe me, if you produce speech with your mouth, it's gonna be a game changer because your facial muscles have to adapt to a new language. Even if it's messy, even if it's incomplete, it doesn't matter. What matters is that your brain actually revives the same information. We can also use active recall with one phrase. For example, here I have a phrase, a healthy, loving man. I close the book and I go like, a healthy, loving man. A healthy, loving man. And I create a sentence with this phrase. Every woman is dreaming of having a healthy, loving man. But unfortunately, a healthy, loving man is not always available for every woman. And now I make it hit emotionally. For example, unfortunately, my ex wasn't really healthy and loving. And you know, you can go like this forever. That was my personal story, but yours can be totally different. Active recall doesn't really say it, but I like to connect it with emotions. So when we learn a language and it hits emotionally, oh my God, this is like the fastest way to fluency. When you just repeat random words in your head, well, it can be helpful because it helps your brain recognize the vocabulary, that these words or phrases exist. But active recall actually helps your brain grow. I just came up with a challenge for you. You just heard the 80-20 rule. Now you can pause this video and explain that rule to yourself. This is how you're gonna practice active recall right away. The fourth method, mnemonics. If you forget vocabulary easily, mnemonics will help you so much. A mnemonic is a visual, often funny, emotional association you create on purpose to make this word or phrase unforgettable. It's basically associating different words with stories, visual images, songs, music, videos, movies. A mnemonic means association. Our human brain loves tiny stories and pictures. That's why mnemonics stick in long-term memory. Do you know how I remembered the word remember? With the song. Do you remember The 21st night, September. Excuse my singing skills. I don't really have any, but I love singing. This is how I learned a lot of phrases, a lot of words. One of my clients that works in a bank told me that finally she could remember the word light, you know, as the light on the ceiling, because she associated that light with light as in marketing. Use mnemonics only for your important 80-20 vocabulary. Don't use it for all the words that exist because it's gonna drive you nuts and you're gonna quit and it's not gonna work. Focus only on what matters to you. All these amazing methods that I talked about are gonna work, but only if you do the job. So consistency beats motivation every time. Motivation is not enough. We need to be consistent. This is how we become fluent. And habit stacking makes English automatic. So here is the formula. After existing habit, I will English habit. For example, after I drink my morning coffee, I will watch an English video for 5 minutes. After brushing my teeth, I practice English speaking for 1 minute. For example, I brush my teeth and then I grab my phone and I record a 1-minute video about, I don't know, my plans for the day. I'm a freelancer. I'm a digital nomad, meaning I am my own boss. I don't have any schedule. I come up with my own schedule. I publish a video on this channel every single week, so I have to be organized. And I use habit stacking. After having my breakfast in my favorite coffee shop, right now I'm in Paraguay, so I have my favorite coffee shop here, I always grab my laptop and I respond to my emails. I don't wait with my emails, like brand deals and stuff like that, until the end of the day. No, no, no. After having breakfast, I respond to emails. Apply it to your life. Apply it to language learning. Because you know, guys, motivation fades. We can be motivated for a few days, maybe a few weeks, but ultimately, there is gonna be one day that we feel down, lazy, we don't wanna do anything. But if you have this habit, it's gonna actually stick. Imagine English becoming something really effortless. Without forcing yourself or feeling guilty, you just learn English because it's a natural part of your life. So here I have the final challenge for you. Comment down below. First, your goal. Second, 80-20 focus. For example, small talk, business English, and stuff like that. Third, habit stack. Use this formula. To wrap this video up, guys, I want you to remember that your English doesn't need more pressure or studying. It actually needs the right system. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, my name is Veronica. You can follow me on Instagram. If this video was helpful, useful, you can let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to give Skillshare a try using this QR code or the link in the description. I really appreciate your presence and I hope to see you next week in my new video. Take care and you got this.